Welcome to the Dune Vulpine Podcast, where we cover everything from kickouts to critics to body slams. New episode every Monday and Thursday. So let's start things off with a big game that happened during the weekend. Man City 3, Liverpool nil. When I was doing my prediction, I was like, are Liverpool gonna win maybe 2-1, City maybe 2-1, maybe 2-2, maybe it's gonna be a draw. So like I didn't know what to go. I think I predicted City to win, but I forgot. But I didn't think it's gonna be like this humiliation, a total domination by City. They overall shot 17 to City 7 to Liverpool, shots on target 6 to Liverpool 1, which happened, I don't know what, when they were like 2-0, I think, when Szoboszlai hit an amazing shot. But that's why Donnarumma is like one of the best goalkeepers in the world because he will command the box, he will like save you some goals, like to keep you in the game, to keep you ahead. Possession 51 to City, 49 to Liverpool. More passes than them. They just literally they had more energy, physically way better than them, defending way better than them, and then like when Liverpool lost four in a row in the Premier League, and they also lost to Galatasaray in Champions League. Okay, Liverpool are sliding up a little bit, but we know they're gonna come back because they have amazing players, right? They spent 500 million. Obviously, some of the players will come good, like Isaac, Gurkes, Frimpong, Kitike. Kitike has been doing well. I think he's been doing the best. He is the best signing for Liverpool this summer. Isaac has been injured, Frimpong has been injured, but he wasn't not doing well. And Gurkes had been in and out of the team. Robertson has like reclaimed his place in left back position. And then we have Verts. Like Verts still haven't scored for Liverpool. If he was Man United player, I'll be telling like would be so much talk about him every day, social media, the media itself. Anyway, City like from the first few minutes, the crowd was up for it, the players were up for it, like penalty, Doku. I really like Doku. I think he's physically good. Like he's physical, he's fast, he can carry the ball, his dribbling is amazing. What he needs to do more of this, like what did he last night scoring? If he can start scoring more goals, like he had 10 goals a season Premier League or 8 assists, like 18 GA season, 20 GA season, he will be a problem because he got everything else good. Like, it kind of remind me of like Lukaku. Lukaku had everything. And Lukaku obviously was scoring goals, but he's a striker. Like Lukaku had everything. Doku have everything. If he can like improve his finishing and more assists for him, like he will be an amazing player. Anyway, Haaland missed the penalty. I was like, I think Liverpool are now gonna like turn this game around, but no, that didn't happen. City kept going and going and going, and Ilhan has gone like a goal that remind me like when Messi scored against United in Champions League. I know Messi is short and he jumped for it, but it's kind of like clinical, very clinical. I think he's the best striker right now, up there with Haaland, but I think up there with Kane, but I think Haaland is like if he stays in City, he's gonna break the record for the most goals scored in the Premier League. In his own form, his own form. I do like if I was a City fan, I'll feel like if Haaland get injured because it's him or bust. And then Nico Gonzalez scored the second, which he also had like a good game. He kind of remind me of like a Rodri. He gave us like a glimpse of Rodri in that game with a deflection because Van Dijk's amazing with the flick. He didn't, and before that he had like a goal disallowed with a lot of controversy about it. For me, in my opinion, as a neutral, because I had them both, it's like a yes or no because he didn't like he was in the view of Donnarumma a little bit like because he ducked the way he was stood in an offside position and he ducked. So that's why I think it's an offside goal. And that's my opinion. I mean, I can understand both arguments, but yeah, I do think like City, a lot of referees favor them because like the second half, Guardiola made a reckless tackle and he didn't give him like a yellow card. So and then Doku, by the end he scored the third goal, which he I honestly just clapped for him because he deserved it. He was man of the match. I think Nico O'Reilly played well as well. And for City, they managed to win and make a statement. And for Liverpool, like, where do you go from here, Liverpool fans? Because you won against Villa, you won against Madrid convincingly, but you go here, no energy from your players, none. You got bullied everywhere on the pitch, and you have good players, so there's no excuses for Liverpool. And where did they go from here? I think they'll finish top four, obviously, because their players will come good. But I think City, I think City is a threat for Arsenal for the title because now we got to heat up the title race. There is a title race now going on. I think City will be a threat for Arsenal. I don't think Liverpool are gonna come back to it. I know it's like 8 points gap. It's not double figure, but it can easily be double. You can't win the league. You can't win the league if you lose 5 games from 11. That's not a winning title sign, right? You can't be losing more games than United. You can't be losing more games than Sunderland if you want to win the league. They'll probably finish top four, but maybe they have a better chance of winning Champions League than Premier League. Some people might call me crazy, but I think the Champions League is way easier to win than Premier League. It's a knockout tournament, right? It's a competition. If you're lucky, you get easy draw. It's home and away. I also think that the football changed. There's no quality like it used to be in every team. Like you have four, five, six, seven world-class players. Even you don't have world-class players, you have a lot of potential, a lot of good players. I look at the team right now in Champions League and I'm boring myself to death. Like I'm flicking just between channels. There's no quality, literally between. So I think Liverpool have better chance to win Champions League than the Premier League. But the Premier League has been amazing this season. I mean, a lot of shock results, a lot of good games, some bad games here and there, obviously. But the worst thing is the refereeing. Always, every game there is a bad decision happens. So, but overall in the game, I thought City were amazing. They totally deserve the win. For Liverpool, they have to go back to the drawing board because you can't win against Real Madrid like that, and then go to City and I know City are good, but you can't collapse like that 3-0. You do nothing, literally nothing. If they played well, yeah, maybe, but they didn't. Like they didn't. It was like 2-0. When they were 2-0 down, obviously you're gonna have more of the ball. You're gonna have more of the chances, obviously. But nah, from the first minute you should be playing like that, not like let it slip up to like 2-0 and then chase the game and then you leave like space for Han and Dogo to express themselves. So 3-0 City, they go second, 4 points for Arsenal. Arsenal drop points Saturday evening to Sunderland 2-2, which I thought was a good game, and I really admire how Sunderland play. I like how they play. They are so direct, so physical. A lot of people had them going down. I don't think they would go there, obviously, right now. I don't think they will finish top four, but they have a good argument to finish top 10, top 8, maybe Conference League would be good for them, obviously. For Arsenal, yeah, it was coming. It was coming. Like this idea of trying to break a record for most goals, less goals conceded. If that starts in your mind, like you obviously gonna concede. I don't think you should care about that. Like Chelsea have their record for what, 15 goals. United have the most clean sheets in a row. I think 14, 15 games with Van der Sar. I don't think you should be focusing on that. You should be focusing on winning the league. You should be focusing on winning the league. You haven't won it since 2004. This is your time now to win it. Yes, the first 2023 with Arteta was good and slip up. Then next year, slip up again to City. And then Liverpool. That was their moment last year at Arsenal for me. That was their moment. But yeah, we have injuries, no striker. This year, there is no excuses for this year. Arsenal have to win. Liverpool have dropped off. City are not. City. You never know. Like they can go on a run, which I think that's gonna be like the title race between City and Arsenal. And I do have a little bit like a feeling that City might do it. If they keep, if you are not double figures ahead or like 9 to 10, 9, 8 points from like City by February, March, yeah, if City keep this like 4 points in March or February, they're gonna pull up a run because Guardiola, the players they have the experience, they also have the money. They can go in January and spend like money on another winger, another midfielder, another defender because they have that money. With Arsenal, like they spend all the money. Also, they have like a good team. They have a good squad. Like there's no excuse. Like every position in the pitch, they have two good players in it. So yeah, a lot of controversy of also the referees, but like the second goal, which I thought like it was a Raya fault, like he came to collect the ball instead of punching it, or he should just stay in his line because he would literally save that, like he catch the ball easily. But yeah, like Sunderland, like they they are really good this season. They are really good. If they keep doing this, the European spot will be for them. For Arsenal, dropping points right now, like it was coming, like I said, and they have like tough games coming up, like Spurs, Chelsea, Villa, Brentford, Bayern, Champions League. They have also players coming back, like Madueke, Odegaard, Gyökeres. But yeah, I don't think Arsenal played well first half. Second half, they played well. They had more ball, more chances. And they could have nicked it in the last few minutes, but Ballard was one man of the match for me. He scored, he goal clearance. So yeah, 2-2. Arsenal must be disappointed with that point. Just like my team, I'm also disappointed with 2-2 draw against Spurs because last week, okay, 1-0 up for us, we controlling the game, nothing happened. Okay, second half we come up like 2-1 Forest, and then we just scored with Ahmed, beautiful goal by Ahmed. 2-2. I was like, okay, Dutch first game, Premier League game at home, tough game. Then here Spurs. Spurs were shit, and we were shit. So that's why I'm disappointed because the first half nothing really happened. We were just clinical with Bruno, and nothing happened from that. They didn't threaten us. We didn't threaten them. The second half we just went defensive mode. I don't know why we did that. Like we should go and went for the second. Oh, we had a chance to do that with Bruno when he missed like one-on-one with Vicario. He chested it or whatever. He should just bury that like 2-0. That's it. But no, we did the same fault like we did. Casemiro went off. Casemiro go off like we always concede, which is a problem itself because we shouldn't be relying on Casemiro at this age. That's why I think we should go in for Elliot Anderson in January. And Ugarte should just foul in the middle of the pitch. Just foul him, mate. Just foul him. Take the yellow card, technical foul, whatever. But they equalized with Tell, and then Richarlison just scored, and I just went depression mode. Really, I wasn't just angry or just disappointed. I was just, oh my god. Like yeah, we did well, 3 games in a win in a row. Last week was okay. I was disappointed because I thought Forest like where they were like bottom three because we have so many games this year, this season. That's why I think we have good players. I do think there's like liability players there, Dallo, Ugarte, and stuff like that. But we should be winning this. And for Spurs, like uh, before that, like delayed scored in the last few minutes goal, like 96, whatever it was, 94, 95. Back post header, man of the match for me. He was like, playing well from the back, defending well, commanding the box. Like just overall, he's been the best player for us this season. I know Buemo scoring a lot of goals, but you can see it. Like delayed, I think if Bruno leaves next summer, I'm giving the lead armband. Overall, I'm disappointed with the draw, but we didn't deserve to win. So in that case, yeah, I'll take the draw. 3 wins, back to back. Sunderland, Brighton, Liverpool, then draw 2 away games, tough games. Nothing is easy in the Premier League against Forest and Spurs. Winning 1-0 up. then going 2-1 down, then 2-2. Hopefully this break would give us, I don't know, like, because we after the break we have like, I'm not supposed to say winnable games because there is no easy game in the Premier League, but you should be winning that if you want to be serious about top four, right? If you want to be serious about top four, because remember we're gonna have Ahmed and Boom leaving for the AFCON, so we need to build like momentum, and we need to go back to back to back, 5 games, 6 games, 7 games in a row winning, because we have Everton at home, we have Crystal Palace away, but I think Crystal Palace is gonna be a tough game, but I think they play Conference League on Thursday. I don't know if there's gonna be Conference League that week, but I think they're gonna be. So we should be winning that because we have 1 game in a week. And actually today has been used that we're gonna play friendly mid-season games in Saudi. Why we're doing that? We have 1 game in a week. We should be focusing on that to get to top four. I don't want like this mid-season. I know they're doing it for the money, but if our players get injured, then we are screwed, really, literally. We have West Ham, we have Wolves, so do have winnable games coming up. So hopefully we start picking up more wins now that we did. Like, we are undefeated in 5, 11 points, but we should be winning more after the break. However, like, disappointed but optimistic for the future. Hopefully, inshallah. So yeah, hopefully we take more wins. Other fixtures: Everton 2, Fulham 0. Everton just are good from home, like, literally. And Fulham are in trouble, in my opinion. They're gonna be fighting for relegation battle because I think Fulham are just not the same form they've been 2-3 years ago. Goes off for West Ham, back-to-back wins. West Ham against Burnley. Burnley now started well, but they've been losing more games, which I think they're probably gonna relegate it. So I think them and Leeds and Wolves, because for me Wolves are down. Even with the new match, I think they'll be going. I think the first team that will go down is Wolves. Chelsea 3, Wolves 0. Yeah, nothing to write home about. I watched the first half, and it was like a boring game. And then Chelsea scored 2, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gone. I wanted to hate watch, but you can't hate watch with Wolves. Yeah, I think Wolves are just, you can't let 8 leave and Cunha leave and then don't replace them with good players, because you had the money there, like 60 million was it for Cunha? What, 40 maybe was for 8 Yeah, you should be replacing them, especially Cunha when he's been scoring a lot of goals. So yeah, I think Wolves are going down. Crystal Palace 0, Brighton 0. Nothing to talk about there. However, Villa 4, Bournemouth 0. Now that's a good win. I remember like when Villa was like in the bottom, like when they can even win or even score the few like 4 games in the Premier League, and now they're like 18 points. That's crazy. Like, the Premier League now is so tight because you can win like 4 games in a row, 5 games in a row, you find yourself second. If you lose 3-2 in a row, you find yourself mid-table or like 30, 40. It's so tight there in the top. I think we are gonna have a good season this year. Brentford 3, Newcastle 1. And Brentford just, their home form is so good. I like how Brentford play. It's so simple. Direct football, long throws, long balls. Just Igor, Thiago, Chade, Otar, just give them the ball. They are fast. They're gonna so direct. And shout out to them. Shout out to their manager Keith Andrews, because they lost their manager Thomas Frank. They lost Norgard, the captain, Boomer, West, all the goals, and somehow they keep winning. Also against big teams. Like, if they beat us, they draw against Chelsea, they beat Newcastle, they beat Liverpool. Only lost like 1-0 to City. They're doing well. Forest 3, Leeds 1. Good win, Forest. I think it was coming. Sean Dyche football was coming. I think Forest and West Ham, they'll probably both stay up. Looking at the table, Arsenal first, 26 points. City second with 22 points. Chelsea third with 20 points. Okay, Chelsea. Sunderland fourth with 19. Sunderland fifth with 18. Villa sixth with 18. United 7th with 18. Liverpool 8th with 18, and Bournemouth 9th with 18. So we have 6 teams with 18 points. We have Sunderland with 19. So between 8th and 2nd, that is 4 points. And you can easily flip that in like 2 games. That's why I said the Premier League is so tight right now. Mid-table, Crystal Palace 17 points, Brighton on 16 points on 11th, Brentford 12 with 16, Everton 13th with 15 points, Newcastle 14th with 12 points. I think there should be like pressure on Eddie Howe because Newcastle have good players. There is no issues with that. But every time they play Champions League football, they struggle in the Premier League because they're doing good in Champions League. They only lost to Barcelona, but in the Premier League, 12 points, and they have City coming up after the break, which is not going to be easy. Fulham 50th with 11 points, 60th with 11 points, Burnley 17th with 10 points. And West Ham, when they won, they still like 80th and 90th with 10 and 9 points. Wolves, like I said, they're going down. 9 losses, 2 draws, no wins, 2 points. And I'm looking at the table. I think Leeds and Burnley will go down with Wolves. I think West Ham and Forest will survive. They have better players, they have better quality, better managers, so they're going to stay up. So at least we're going to have one team survive the relegation this season, which is Sunderland. So, but for Wolves, it was coming. It was coming over the years. Leeds, Burnley, they started well, but now there's going to be like now the Premier League is like shaping up. I think they will go down. So yeah, it's been a good week, Premier League fans. Disappointed with the draw for me for Man United, but I'm being optimistic for the games coming up. Hopefully we can start winning more games. So because I think the top four is there and thereabout. We have title race coming up, so relegation battle, European spots. Who is the? I want to look like how many goals Haaland has scored this season. He scored 14 goals. Yeah. If he continue like this, he's gonna easily be like 35 goals to 40 goals. Igor Thiago 8 goals actually. He's gonna be like he's good. He's good because he's been injured last season, the whole season. So yeah, this has been the Premier League review. Like, subscribe, and share, and comment. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Take care.